there's a way of resting in the source that, like I say, yeah, it's going to take a lot of work, but I see how that softens into a big smile based on what's happening during the sits now. You know, when I'm sitting here and I'm seeing my physiology like really, really slowing down, and I say, oh, okay, this is getting close to un petit mort, little death. Something like that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hard to put into words. It's like that line from Casablanca, you know, Louis just like any other man, only more so.
All right, we have just enough time, Stephanie.
You want more details on Yoneda's lemma?
No,
Okay.
I really don't, but thank
Good.
you. Although what I'm asking may relate to what you just said. This is a question, it's a report of an experience and a hypothesis I have about it, but I'd like your feedback. It's about processing emotions and possibly different flavors of equanimity. Not sure. The practice I've been doing a lot on this retreat, I've been doing a lot of practices, but one is turning back, coming from the perspective of awareness. And I find myself saying this phrase like, oh, seeing is happening, hearing is happening, you know, and I'm not saying the phrase to get it. That just kind of comes out when I kind of shift there. And then I've noticed a change of strategy for emotions. Now, normally when emotions happen, my MO is to turn towards them and surrender and let it all flow. And if it's really intense, I do expansion, contraction, because it's like a slingshot to sensation, you know, and I think of that like, well, I'll save that. But now what happens when I'm coming from the place of awareness into the emotion, as opposed to me participating and opening and allowing and having this clarity, it's almost like I'm coming from this place of a calmness, a stillness, a kind of silent vastness. And it's like I'm just waiting for the thought or feeling to reveal its emptiness. Or I was doing that and then I thought, oh, let me just watch expansion and contraction in it and let it dissolve. And I think those might be the same thing. And the word that keeps coming out of my head when I'm doing this is, oh, it's not real. Oh, it's not real. It's all empty. It's all empty. And so I was wondering, as I'm doing this and feeling the stickiness be less sticky, is that a different flavor of equanimity? Am I dissolving the craving at a deeper level? I do believe both involve a kind of radical equanimity, but the first one feels like it has more of my participation in it. And the second one is almost identifying there's not a problem in the first place. So I just wanted to know if you could talk about that a little bit.
Actually, this is going to be one of those questions that has a pretty short and I hope actually a spot on answer.
Good, because you got 2 minutes.
Well, maybe I can do it in one finger Zen. Ichir-chan. Ichir-chan.
All right, what's it?
Yes, Choshin's trying to pass her koan. Okay, so the general vibe I get from your report, the overall report, what pops into my head is figure ground reversal that you hear me talk about. That at some point you go from God is a fantasy inside a material world to the material world is a fantasy inside God. That's a figure ground reversal. And it sounds to me like you're being taken down that path, which is very good. It's
So it's not a different kind of
taking
equanimity. It's a just different-
well, it's taking you.
yeah.
You're moving into what the Catholics used to call the passive night, as opposed to the active night, the dark two sides. This is the passive night. It's taking you more and more. And the deeper it takes you, the more effortlessly animated you become when it gives back space-time for your existence. So that's what I heard. You're moving towards that shift. And that's an important shift. That's the authentic person without a fixated center, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that clear but short answer.
Well, thank all of you for the wonderful work and the wonderful interactions. It's mechaya, as we say in the language of my people. That means a joy that gives you high, it gives you life. So I think we're good, and see you, I guess, in the Zendo next.